So I take it. Look, the thing with I'm not sure about Middle Eastern culture, but with a lot of Asian culture, it's the woman that does handles all the admin. So would that also be in your case?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The woman runs the household. Husband brings in the income to provide for the household, and the woman manages it and runs it,
Okay. Including the money.
including the money.
So she allocates how much to what?
How much, let's say, grocery, bills, children, needs, expenses, allowances. Husband, all he does is hand over the money, and the wife manages everything.
The money, so he can concentrate on bringing the money in. He doesn't have to worry about
That's right.
anything else.
That's right, because she's managing the household and the administration and everything for it.
And you know what? That is very it's playing to the strengths of each partner. Because
Yes.
I find that women, because we're more detail orientated, we're more better than doing
Yes.
the admin role. I guess we are eagle-eyed when we get change after buying
Yes.
something, and we count to make sure that's correct. And I know a lot of men, they don't bother.
No, or even going through bank
Yeah.
statements to see, okay, this is what's gone out, this is what's come in, this is what we've paid. A man will
Too tedious for him, or
probably too tedious.
tedious him can't concentrate. And
Where the woman would sit there
Yeah.
to make sure everything is accounted for, to say, okay, you've brought this much in, this is what's been allocated out, and
Yeah.
this is what we've got left to build upon or save.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So everything's accounted for and there. And it also plays, as you said, to his strengths, to
Yeah.
show that she's helping him along so that his efforts by working are not wasted. And it shows what his money is actually helping,
Yeah.
or even hers if she's working as well to bring in an income, how they're building their future and their nest for themselves and their children and their household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I've never been raised in Western culture. Yeah, obviously, yes, you grow up in a Western country, but it's different there than being a part of that household, because the dynamics of obviously your dynamics in a family is different, going to be different from the dynamics in society and how you interact with the outsiders. Yeah.
Yes.
But what I understand, because I keep hearing them denigrate the traditional wife, the homemaker, or the woman that stays at home, saying that, she is not, apart from the derogatory, she'd be a doormat and so forth, that she's put herself in a very vulnerable position.
No.
Like he's in control, he's control all the money, she's very vulnerable.
I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that.
But I guess because in Western society the woman isn't in charge of the admin, or I should say isn't in charge, isn't expected, or her role is not to look after the money. It's not actually understood like it is in Eastern.
So,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, my background is Middle Eastern. My parents migrated out here in the late 60s, early 70s. They were here. In our household, both my mother and my father worked.
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, you could sort of say there were some roles, like, my mum and my dad both worked.
Yeah.
That's how we were raised as well, to work. My mother did look after the household as well, such as the kids, the washing, the cooking, the cleaning.
Yeah.
But my father also maintained the lawns and the outside and the cars and everything
Yeah.
else.
And
It
your
was a partnership.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a partnership.
Okay.
And that's how
Jobs
we
get done.
were raised.
So did they compete with each other?
No,
Okay. Yeah. I'm
No.
better than you, or so forth.
never.
I can't. This is one thing. I don't know why couples do it. I mean, what's the point of trying to compete with each other? You're
They
wasting
never
all your
competed.
energy.
It was a partnership,
Yeah.
an equal partnership.
Yeah.
And then on weekends, like on Sundays,
Yeah.
Sunday was always family day.
Yeah.
We were always out. It was either family picnics or family outings or everything, whether it was be just us as our family unit or the extended family. We were
Yeah.
all together. But there was never any competition between parents.
And I guess going back to that Western thing where women, if you were at home, you were looked down upon because they did not manage the money, so to speak, traditionally, the women. And that's why they see that as being being a vulnerable position. There's a power imbalance. But I guess in Eastern culture, because the women had control of all the purse strings, she comes
Yes.
up. Yeah. So there's no power imbalance regarding financial. She knows how to spend money, look after money, and so forth.
My
So-
goodness, I remember back in the 80s when my parents would come home from work and they still had the yellow envelopes. Their pay packet used to be a yellow
Oh,
envelope.
yes. I heard about
Okay.
that. Yeah, everyone got paid in cash.
They were paid in cash and
Yeah.
it was a yellow envelope and the money would be in there and dad would come home and the envelope would go to mum and then she'd sit there on the
Yeah.
dining table working out the expenses for the week
Okay.
and
Yeah.
what had to go out and what can be put away to be saved and everything.
So she had got a hold of all the the
Yes.
financials.
Yes.
She's not vulnerable.
Far from it. I mean, my mother didn't work as long as my father. Once one of my second sibling came along, she did stop working for a period of time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
invest more time in looking after us. But after my sibling sort of came of age, she did sort of go back into the workforce part-time, but that was her choice. She chose to do that.
She
She
chose to
wasn't,
do it. Yeah.
it wasn't something forced, but so I've experienced both sides of the coin, so to speak,
Yeah.
having the stay-at-home
Her
parent
mum
and both parents who do work, but yet everything was always maintained equally.
Yeah. But as a child, which did you prefer? Your mum always at home or she went out working?
I think my childhood was great. I can't
Yeah.
fault it. I'm very happy with